What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be taking a look at a mono black Obosh deck, and I've been seeing these decks a lot in rank, so I decided I'd test my own hand at it. I built out a simple little mono B bobo. So I built out myself a mono black Obosh deck and gave it a go in ranked. And yeah, we're going to see how it goes. But before we go and hop into this deck tech or deck breakdown and everything we're going to be playing in this deck, I would like to remind everybody, if you enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like down below and a comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions on this video, future videos, or past videos. Furthermore, if you're new here, consider subscribing. It's free. It's a great way to support the channel. And if you click on that bell icon that pops out after you click the subscribe button, then you can actually get notifications whenever I post videos and post posts and all that great stuff. If you're looking to catch us play these decks live, hop over to twitch.tv/drspilkin and toss a follow. That way you can know whenever we go live. I try to stream most mornings. Obviously, it doesn't happen every morning, but, you know, it is what it is. Last but not least, if you're looking for a Discord community to join up with, go down into the description below any of these videos and click on the link out beside Discord, and it'll toss you that way. So, anyways, on into what we're actually playing here today. Obosh, why is he so good in mono black? Let's figure it out. So, we obviously have access to Cat Oven, which is very, 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 very strong, as we all know and hate it. But it is what it is, and dealing double damage thanks to Obosh just makes it that much more scary, right? Next, we have 3 copies of Gutterbones. I do think this is a card that you would like 4 copies if you have 4 copies, but, you know, 3 will be fine for us. Again, I'm not spending a rare wild card on a card from Ravnica Allegiance. Sorry, just not happening. Serrated Scorpion, another great card, very cheap as well, as it is only a common, and whenever it dies, instead of just dealing 2 damage, it's going to deal 4, so, again, gets even better than it was before. Not that there was anything wrong with it before, but now it's even better. Next, we have Rotting Regisaur, another great card. Honestly, I'd probably kick up the number of Rotting Regisaurs. I only decided to put 2 in the deck, but honestly, this card is it's very, very good with Obosh, because it goes from dealing 7 damage to 14, which is just like, it's unmanageable, right? If your opponent gets hit once with a Rotting Regisaur, they're going to feel that shit. So, Grimdancer. The reason I've decided to throw in Grimdancer is I actually wanted more Hunted Nightmares, right? I wanted 4 copies of Hunted Nightmare, but then I realized I only have 1 copy, so I basically replaced it with Grimdancer. So if you have more copies of Hunted Nightmare, by all means, go for that. Sorry, I can't speak this morning. But if not, I think Grimdancer is still a fine choice. We have a Yara, so every time, you know, our cat's entering the battlefield, instead of dealing 2 damage thanks to Obosh, we'll be dealing 4 damage thanks to Yara plus the cat plus Obosh, right? Furthermore, we can sacrifice another black creature and draw a card. Now, I will say this, I've opted to toss in 4 copies of Underworld Dreams because I wanted to test it out as far as, like, going semi-budget with this deck, right? So, I do think that you'll want more copies of Yara. I don't think Underworld Dreams actually makes the cut when you're going to play this competitively. I tested it out. Let me tell you now, the results are in. It's just not as good as the rest of your 3 drops, right? So, I would highly recommend finding a different card other than Underworld Dreams for this deck. But, you know, I tested it out, trying something new. Don't think it worked all that great, but, you know. Davriel I do really love. Instead of doing 2 damage at the end of each, or at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, goodness, he's going to deal 4, as well as, you know, being able to do his normal discard stuff, so fantastic there. Heraldic Banner, going to give you ramp, going to give all your creatures 1 extra damage, which, when you have Obosh down, could add up to a lot more than just 1 extra damage, right? Because 1 extra damage on a Cauldron Familiar is going to put it up to 2-1, so instead of dealing 2 damage on the double from Obosh, it's going to deal 4 damage, so instead of just adding 1 from Heraldic Banner, it kind of adds 3, right? So very, very good card, also allows you to ramp. Last note about this deck, we have 24 lands. I would kind of recommend cutting that maybe just to 22. Honestly, you have several 1-drops, several 3-drops, and then the single copy of Obosh, which is a 5-drop. I don't think you need 24 lands. Like I said, maybe 22, maybe even 20. But that's gonna pretty much do it for the deck tech or deck breakdown. Short, sweep, and simple. Now we're gonna go and hop right into our matches. Alrighty, so for this first match, my dumbass actually muted the mic, so I'm going to go through and give sort of a commentate over on this first match and sort of my thoughts about it all. So I do apologize for that, but you'll notice here in the footage of me on the left, it's not going to be what I'm saying here. So sorry, I do apologize, but you know, that's what happens when you wake up at 8 o'clock and go into your office and just start going at it. So this first matchup is actually mono black versus mono red, and I thought that was going to be a really good comparison for us to see just how good / strong mono black really is. And especially in these other aggro matchups, right? Because oftentimes you'll be able to win against a slower deck, against these slower decks with almost, I wouldn't say any aggro deck, but a top tier meta aggro deck should be able to beat out most of these, you know, mid-range slow sort of decks. Well, maybe not mid-range, but these control decks that are taking forever, right? So I figured testing the aggro deck out up against another aggro deck is actually a good testament to how strong this deck is in comparison to, well, that deck, right? So you'll see from this first match that things do get a little wobbly here or there, but they also don't hit the turn 4 mono red, you know, Ember Cleave on the NX and all that. But things do go downhill for us, and we still manage to pull out the victory. It's not even really that difficult, I'd like to say. Mono red doesn't seem to be the greatest matchup against mono black here, but you do also have the cats that gain you life. You have the Grimdancers that can potentially gain you life, and you'll see in this game and in, I believe, at least one other, the Underworld Dreams just sort of becomes a dead card in my hand, because I'm like, it's not worth playing over any of these other 3-drops, right? It's not even worth playing over a 1-drop that allows you to not play a 3-drop. So it's, I was hoping it would be better than what it is. You know, I was hoping it would tick down those control players better than what it actually does. So again, my recommendations: get rid of Underworld Dreams. Throw in something else, maybe some removal, right? Maybe some 1 or 2 cost, or 1 or 3 cost removal, like maybe a Murderous Rider or something like that, because I did find that was kind of a problem. And you'll see here our opponent kind of make the mistake of throwing in just random units to attack. I don't know how exactly I'm gonna line this video up, so it may not be at the exact moment that I'm watching right now on my screen. It's just, I honestly think this mono red player played a little bit differently. They might have would have won, they might have could have won, but at the same time, mono red has this thing of fizzling out and not exactly being able to finish things once you get rid of their hand, right? What we did with Davriel, and it made things a lot easier on us. So Davriel in the mono red matchup I really enjoy, because again, mono red hates hand disruption. They don't really have great card draw. They do have light up the stage, but again, if they don't hit their light up the stage, sort of just up the creek without a paddle, right? So I'm not quite sure how long this game goes on for. It seems like it was a little bit longer than what I had remembered. I do want y'all to have commentary throughout it, but it's pretty much just us taking down a mono red slowly but surely, right? Like I said, we Davriel, get down their hand, we have our creatures down, and it's just a slow roll from there, right? They keep trying to get back into the game by boosting up their Steamkins and all that. And later on, you'll see that they do drop an Ember Cleave on me. I do manage to deal with it though through some sly tactics, if I do say so myself. Of course, by sly tactics, I mostly mean, I think, a double chum block or something like that, right? So they also got a very late Robber of the Rich here, and Robber is one of those cards that you really want to see it early. Alright, so here they swing in with the Steamkins, and they do put down the Ember Cleave onto one of their Steamkins, which makes me, not even gonna lie, it made me a little scared, right? Because the Steamkin gets to the point where it's bigger than our Grimdancer can even deal with, because it has first strike, and so you know, things take a turn. But we managed to take out their other creatures. We managed to come back on them just a little bit here. So we do decide to go for the double block, you'll see, with the Scorpion and the Gutterbones. That way we minimize the damage. We also take out the Robber of the Rich with our Grimdancer. I thought we double blocked. Apparently we didn't. We just single blocked, took out their Steamkin. That's not bad. That's probably better than double blocking onto the Runaway Steamkin. I think I was thinking about double blocking Anyways, so we take out 2 other creatures, we heal up with the Grimdancer, you know, we heal up with the Scorpion, and we don't die from their 1 Steamkin that's now a 7/5. And this is where I questioned their decision making, right? They got down the Rimrock, and Rimrock can't defend for them. Like, you literally just can't defend, so it sort of made things bad for them. Sort of made things real bad for them. Because then they just don't have anything to block us here when we go to throw down the Obosh and throw in the Grimdancer, and their runaway Steamkin isn't quite big enough to actually just get through the Obosh, right? It'll have to do a trade Z, which perfectly fine because it's mono red, and we know that they run out of stock. Whereas we still have, you know, Underworld Dreams if we absolutely need to finish them out. We still have Davriel to deal, you know, 4 damage down to him. So I was fairly confident in swinging in with the Grimdancer there because of how low they are and because of how high it would make me, and because of the fact that it's mono red top decking. So, you know, it's not really the scariest thing in the world. Now we say GG here because they swing all in. The only route they had to not GG basically is if they keep their Steamkin back, and then at that point we just throw down Underworld Dreams or Davriel finishes them off. But since we have the Davriel that deals 4 damage, we it's not like we're being shady or any of that. You know, it was a very GG kind of game. Anyways, that's going to do it for game 1, and now we're going to go ahead and hop right into game 2.
Going to be our next foe. Who cares? It was just a free win. How do I feel about this hand? I don't like the fact that the opponent's going first. But, I mean, realistically, we need 1 land, and we turn on all the rest of our cards, so I guess it's okay. What are we up against? A Yorion? Well, I hope we can be fast enough. We're gonna send the Gutterbones first, as they deal the most damage, right? So Gutterbones into Gutterbones Serrated Scorpion into hopefully land Davriel. I would like to disrupt their hand a little bit. Sorry, my hair is getting so long, it's like actually pushing into my ears when I put on my headphones, you know what I mean? Hey, land ho. Alright, so Gutterbones, Scorpion. Next turn they're gonna get a wall. What do I want to do about the wall? We can throw a Grimdancer down with Menace, Lifelink maybe, or Menace Death Touch. Menace Death Touch probably. Although there's a Davriel. I'm not gonna lie, I do want to just straight up hand disruption them if they don't counter this. Of course, they could have Dovin's Veto, things along that line. Nope. Alrighty, get out of here.
I'll have to order.
With your cards in your hand. And then we'll get in for 3 damage, take them down to 16. Probably gonna wait on the Rotting Regisaur until I can get some of this other stuff out of my hand. Although Rotting does just bash through the walls, maybe playing Rotting first was actually ideal. Dealt 3 here. Of course, if they play a Tef on next turn, Davriel's better. Of course, if they Storm's Wrath, Rotting Regisaur, well, I guess Davriel's still okay. What's going on here? Just discard a card. It's not that hard. Surely it can't be that hard. Get 'em! Minions attack. Down to 16. Now, what are we worried about? We are worried about the turn 5 Luca giving them the Agent of Treachery. Fires of Invention and Storm's Wrath. Good ol' Shatter. Hurt. Same difference. Deal some damage, draw a card. We are up to 4 mana. Would I rather... Well, I'm definitely doing this, okay? This is happening. I think I'd rather have the Grimdancer. And we're gonna go Menace. Change that. I got to think, if they do get down a Luca and they get out an agent and all that, what would I like least to face off against in case they steal my Grimdancer? Death Touch Lifelink, right? Because Menace is just a bitch. Menace is just annoying. But they are down to 2 cards in hand, which means come next turn, we can make them go straight top deck mode, right? It's a good feeling. Certainly a good feeling. Yorion. You just playing your Yorion outright. Nothing to it. Alrighty. So we can get down to Obosh. Which will allow Davriel to deal more, but we can't get down to Obosh plus this Davriel. We get down Rotting, but then we have to discard this Davriel. We could minus this Davriel, make him discard, play this Davriel, make him discard the other one. Yorion might kill our Davriel. I think first things first, we're swinging in with Grimdancer. I don't think I'm playing the Obosh. Just being real. If I can kill Yorion, trade out, I'd be happy. Highly doubt they will. But, you know, keep our fingers crossed. Ooh, okay. Okay. Well, still not enough to, like, kill our creature, so I'm happy about that one. Just merely wound it for a turn. Davriel is going to deal damage either which way. If I play the Rotting, though, I absolutely have to discard the other Davriel. Yorion probably kills this Davriel. But, flip back, we have Obosh. We play Obosh. We're dealing 6 and we're dealing 14. Just 20 damage, which should be enough to kill our opponent. So, of course, if they Luca, take something, like Luca, use Yorion, kill Davriel, take our Rotting Regisaur. Then we don't have to discard Davriel, our other Davriel, right? And we can still play Obosh. Alright, so I think... I think playing Rotting is right. Leaving Davriel. Alright, they're going cycling. They can potentially cycle one more time. Nope, just gonna get down a Shark Typhoon and a Tef. Good old T-Rary. T to the Rary. What are they bouncing? The Rotting? More than likely the Rotting, right?
I've got time.
Little bit curious there. Not gonna lie. Little bit curious. Alright, so Yorion does kill Davriel.
This has been a waste of my time.
Which means I kind of want to play this Davriel back down, I'm not going to lie. Their Shark dies to our Rotting. We have no way to kill T-Rary this turn regardless. Yeah. Which is Oven. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting.
But underneath, I'm just a normal guy. A mind is
Let's see what we got rid of. Narset. Happy. Happy days. Alright, so we go for the Teferi. They block with Shark. They let Tef... Ah. I think that was a mistake. Not gonna lie, opponent. I think that might have been a mistake. I don't know if you know something I don't know. But we're gonna see. We're gonna find out. The quarters could be going for just a shark kill. Going overhead. That's a little weird though. Luca's going to come down minus a shark. They're going to steal our Rotting Regisaur. Ladies and gentlemen, this game's probably over now. And by probably, I mean most certainly. Alright, so we say GG. There's no way we can deal damage through all of these. Resolve. And Agent. Yeah. Alrighty. You got us, Dwarf. You got us. Damn, so how then do we do that? Do we just go more for the face? Ikoria Argent, gonna be our next foe for the day. First time I've actually seen Heraldic Banner in my hand. This is a little risky. I'm gonna keep it though. We keep only seeing these two lands. Please, oh please give me a land. Yeah, how do I feel about Underworld Dreams? Maybe I just gotta start playing it sooner, right? Because like the longer I wait on it, the less damage it deals. Alright. And are we just going for a Heraldic Banner come turn 3, or we want to get something like a Hunted Nightmare down, or a Rotting, or an Underworld Dreams? This is just a Lordorous Hateful Eidolon deck, so our best solution here, well, Grimdancer still dies to what's it called. It may very well just be a Rotting Regisaur. Alright. See if you got what it takes to stand up to this, Kira. Need to get down Heraldic Banner, but it might be one of those things where we're kind of waiting on a 1-drop to do it, if that makes sense, right? So we can pay 3 mana. Okay. That makes sense, because now you can just swing through my Rotting Regisaur. Do I chum block? I don't think so. Nah. I know what I did. Alright. We'll take him back down to 22. We'll get a Death Touch Life Linker so we can actually chum block this turn, hopefully. Of course, they could have Myra's Grasp in hand. That is a very good Lordorous Hateful Eidolon card. We'll have to wait and see, though. They play Lordorous. They do have a Deadweight, but Deadweight won't be enough. Unless they have 2 of them, of course. Then I suppose that's enough. They do indeed. They have 2 of them, huh? No, just the 1. That's very odd. Alright, what are we discarding here? The Hunted Nightmare? Probably the Hunted Nightmare. Davriel's not as good either, right? Because even if we make them discard, they can just replay it with Lordorous. Underworld Dreams does start working on them slowly but surely, but if they draw even one more Deadweight, we're a little bit boned. Need to get rid of that Lordorous. Alrighty. Tricky situation. Tricky situation. Femia. Not making things easier on us, that's for sure. All that glitters on a Femia. Even worse for us. What are we getting rid of here, ladies and gents? We get down Heroic Banner, I can Obosh. But is it gonna be too late? Well, hell, it's gonna take us a turn either which way, so let's do it. Alrighty. Not gonna lie, I didn't expect that. I think that's good for us, right? They just got rid of their loaders. That seems like a weird move. Ah. Nice. I've yet to see a deck use Rise to Glory. And now, here we have it. Witch's Oven. Ooh. Or an Obosh. I think we just lose this one. Whoa. It's a little weird, a little strange coming from our opponent, but cool. Maybe they have another Rise to Glory. Maybe it's not that weird. Drawing hella cards. I do kind of like their Lourdes deck, but I feel like it's been done, kinda. Let's see. Lead to Extinction. Nice. Hateful Eidolon. You know what would be better than Underworld Dream? Something like an Ayara, right? Same cost. Much better outcome. Alrighty. So that's gonna be a G that's gonna be a GG. Game 3? We played a lot of games so far already. Our Alejandro Piero? Alejandro's Piero? I don't know. Yeah. I'm already bad with names. You're going to throw random numbers in the middle of it. We're going to keep this hand. I kind of like it. Do we get to go first? No, opponent gets to go first again. Damn it. When is it my time to shine, you know? When does Chansey Boy get to go first? Birth of Melitus. Do we go straight to the Rotting? We've seen the matches where we didn't. I think this time we try it. We just go straight Rotting. This is a Yorion deck, so let's just try to hammer the damage in, you know? Take it to the face. Because the worst possible outcome, it goes late, and the later it goes, the better their chances to draw what they want is, right? Shatter. Well, fuck, that just makes you question everything. Alright, so tell you what we do instead. We go for a good old Heraldic Banner, name it for black, and then swing in with everything at the Narset, right? Is it better to take out Narset or deal 4 damage to our opponent's face? If we deal 4 damage, we're dealing another 4 damage when they shatter the sky come next turn, and that's all that they're doing is shattering the sky, right? So then they're down to 10 health. 0 mana. It's back to our turn. We can play a Rotting. Hey, I'm thinking. We can play a Rotting. It deals 8 damage. Come our next turn, if we draw a land, play the Obosh, and still have the Rotting, we can potentially end the game. So it's hard to argue with just going to the face, right? So we go to face. Ah, it's a 2 life there, right? So they'd be on 12, not 10. Damn you, Chance. That's okay. Another Birth of Melitus. Oh, and they're not going to shatter the sky. Alright. Well, this is definitely coming down. And I think we give them a Grimdancer. We don't give them the Rotting. We don't give them the whole thing. Just a little piece. You know what I mean? Just the tip. Alright. Grimdancer. Serrated Scorpion. All in. By the way, so hard for me to say that and keep a straight face. Next to damage. Jeez. Now they shatter the sky, right? Now you absolutely shatter the sky. You're staring down a 4/3 with Menace and Lifelink. You gotta shatter. Realistically, I should have put Death Touch on it. That would have been more scary, right? There's... Oh, wait. Shit! No! I meant to Witch's Oven. So they're down to 4. Or down to 8, I'm sorry. Dealing 4. I'm just all kinds of turned around today. We can go straight for Obosh. Do I think that's wise? No. No, I do not. We can play Rotting, discard Cat, and always get Cat back in some manner, right? Or we play Grimdancer plus Kitty Cat. Next turn, play Obosh, have Rotting as our backup. Sure. That sounds fun. Alright, so let's go Death Touch Menace this time. That's what I'm feeling. And the Kitty Cat. They're down to 7. We have 6, 7 on board, actually, so they gotta... Oh yeah, they're up to 9, because... Jeez. I feel like this set, really the most past, like, 2-3 sets, have gotten a lot heavier into the life gain as, like, a splash, right? Everybody's got, like, just a little bit of life gain here, and I think it's like a slight PTSD from all the aggro and all the mono red decks that just dominated early on Arena. I mean, hell, mono red still is dominating. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I don't mean dominating tournaments, okay, so don't take it out of proportion, but in best of 1 laddering, you know, it's hard to build your deck to deal with a turn 4, you know, Embercleave, Annex, Embercleave, whatever, and prepare for the Yorion fires and all that shit, so it makes sense. Banishing Light. Really, on the Grimdancer. Yes, on the Grimdancer. Do we Witch's Oven it though? Or do we just go for the damage with the Kitty Cat, right? They're so low, I think we go for the damage with the Kitty Cat. Shocking in a land. Shocking in a land. It's a counter, right? It's a counter spell. It's gotta be. Absolutely has to be counter spell. It's an absorb. Right? Am I right though? You can't just play your Obosh into an absorb. They go back up to 9. Things are fine and dandy. Play Rotting, same shit happens. We don't have 3 mana left over to get to that. Though we could Witch's Oven and at least pay to get Gutterbones back into our hand if they counter something. I think Underworld is what we want to toss as the bait here. If they counter anything, let it be Underworld Dreams. I think we found what Underworld Dreams does in this deck. It just eats. It just eats counters. Alright, so 2 damage there. Put you back in our hand. Gutterbones, it's good to have you back, sir. Madam. Mr. Skeleton. And I do believe we end our turn on that note. I don't think we want to sack sack the cat just yet. You know? Alright, so they're on 7 health. Well, that'll allow them to gain more health, but it'll be at the end of the saga's existence. That gives them 7 mana. What do you do? It's enough for 2 counters, which is what makes me worry. If I go for the Obosh, I can still play the Gutterbones. If I go for the Rotting, again, I can still play the Gutterbones, or I could castle Lochthwain. Right? Good enough? No, I can't. Fuck. Alright, so either way, it's play my stuff, try for a Gutterbones. They guaranteed have another spell. They have to, right? They have another counter spell. Otherwise, it'd already be GG. So then Obosh isn't coming down. I don't care about not being able to draw more cards. I'm trying to kill you. So, takes one down to 5. Witch's Oven, we can take them down to... Did I use my Witch's Oven on the last turn, by the way? Can't even remember. Yeah, they have another Absorb. Alright, so here's a question. Essence Capture. They have an Essence Capture plus an Absorb in hand? No way. No way, right? Definitely way. They definitely have that. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, we'll tell you, let's do this then. Oh yeah? You want to counter my Gutterbones? I'll just keep playing them. And that day, a valuable lesson was learned. Dream Trawler. That's probably it on their turn, right? Hopefully. Surely they don't have anything else besides that. Alright, kitty cat, get in there, do your stuff. Do your madness. Do we have removal in this deck? I know I'm the one that built the deck, but you know, it's been a little while. Taking them down to 4. Underworld Dreams, take them down to 3. Kitty cat, take them down to 2. Still no real way to win after that, though. Can play Obosh, go for the Gutterbone swing in. They can't exactly block with their Trawler, and they block with their wall. Trawler still allows them to heal. They potentially bounce slash Banishing Light our Obosh, right? Though they only have 3 cards in hand, so what's the reality of that? 4 realistically when they draw. Forgot about that. Yikes. Alright, Obosh. Come on down. Are we swinging with all to the face? If we do, they're more than likely going to block with the Trawler on the kitty cat, and then we just Witch's Oven the kitty cat, then we do just 2 damage to them. And we don't really gain anything from doing that, you know? Like, we just tap our oven early. So, we swing in with the Gutterbones. They block with the wall. They gain 2 life, they're back up to 6. Swing in with Trawler, it gives them 5, potentially 6 if they can draw one more. We're down to 21, they're up to 12. Like a kitty cat, of course, but that only brings them down to 10. I mean, Rotting, of course, after that would be enough. Underworld Dreams, I guess, after so long would be enough, but we'll have to wait and see. A lot of variables to weigh out here. All right, moment of truth. Is this the shadow to the sky of a lifetime? No, back to my turn. What? They're not conceding. They're sending it back to my turn. They have full mana up. What in the absolute world? Unsummon on the Obosh. They have counter magic, huh? Who in the hell plays unsummon nowadays? Come on. Alright, so they guarantee to have counter magic. Well, let's chum the water, shall we? Let's test. Serrated? You gonna? Okay, you make it. You made it down. Good job. Good deal, buddy. How about you, Rotting? Can you? Any chance? Maybe? Possibly? Perhaps? You know what we do need in this deck? A lot more removal. A lot more removal. Dear God. Alright. Do we just keep them suppressed? Just keep bashing them down? I really don't care about the Narset. We're not drawing any cards anyways. I guess so. I guess we just keep taking it to Pound Town. I'm not happy that I said it, but I did, so we're gonna move past it. Dream Trawler, gonna keep on building. The nice thing, whenever they swing in with the Dream Trawler immediately, is it lets me know that out of those 3 cards, right, they don't have a Teferi. Because if they have a Teferi, they play Teferi and bounce something, right? So they can get extra draw, or an extra life with Dream Trawler, and yada yada yada. Time Wipe. Alright, cool, I see you. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what we sack out here, right? Because everything's done, so fuck it. Alright. Killing everything, bouncing the Trawler. They only have 4 mana left. Get the kitty cat back down. And then, well, you know what they say, just go to town. 4 mana, do they have counter magic? Let's test. Didn't proc anything. They're down to 9. I play Obosh, cat deals 4, they're down to 5, sack cat, replay cat. They're down to 3. I just want this baboon of a game to end. What? How does this proc something but the cat doesn't? Unless it's, what's it called? But the cat didn't proc anything, right? Unless they had it on auto skip. No, cat still would have procced. I have no idea, guys, girls. Alright. They're down to 5. They are down to 5. Dream Trawler coming down. Can't say I'm surprised. And then they have 3 mana. 3 mana. Alright. Well, they either have the bounce or they don't. They don't have it. They're gonna scoop it out. Alright, so we ended up going, what, 2-2 with Mono Black Obosh? And this, of course, is my own list. It's not the one just straight up ripped off of people. So there's definitely improvements. How do I feel about Mono Black Obosh? Well, yeah. I mean, I see why people play it. It's strong. Once you get the Obosh down, it's very much an instant win, right? Because the Obosh it doubles your damage. And that takes a Rotting Regisaur from kind of bad to really, really, oh my god, bad. Anyway, so that's going to do it for the Mono Black Obosh decks.